What's up, guys? I got two matches here for you. The first is on Checkout, the last is on Old Town. This is a game battles match with against a fairly good team. It's going to be on their host for both maps. We had host for the second map, which I excluded because I didn't play too well. It was a super long match, and I thought these two matches were more interesting. I will probably post gameplays down the road where I don't do so well, but that's when I'm actually going to talk about why I didn't do so well. This commentary is going to focus on how to find a team, which is very relevant for competitive gaming. And but before I get into that, I'll just quickly expand on the gameplay. Check out things really fall apart. You will notice that some things don't go so well, and then Old Town you're going to see things really come together, which is just evidence for the diversity of my team's skill level, which is something that's important to me because it tells you that we're a capable team under some circumstances. So that's just an important part of having a team, knowing you have potential. I wanted to start this as a series for Judgment, but I figured I'd start a little early, where I basically take game battles gameplay or competitive gameplay and expand on relevant topics about what you need for competitive, just from a person's perspective that plays competitive quite a handful. And I guess I'll start by talking off now about how I started with competitive. I started with my high school friends. Needless to say, they were garbage, which really pushed me to improve, but that is okay because we had a blast together. Chemistry was a huge factor in our team. Just the fact that we all like to play together, we had so much fun, even if we lost, was a huge thing. And that's probably the best time I've ever had gaming. And my friend actually started a game battles team. I never started a game battles team, and that's another thing that's really important to highlight is a lot of people say, oh, I'm part of a clan. They advertise it in their bio. They want to be recognized as a clan, and they don't even play competitively. They just have a bunch of matching gamer tags. Like, this doesn't apply to everybody, but just go and make a game battles profile or make scrimmages or schedule scrimmages with other people. If you plan on playing competitive, just go ahead and do that right away, even if you don't have a team, because for 2 years I said I was gonna. My friends and I said we are gonna do competitive, and we never did until our friend went ahead and made us all accounts because he got tired of waiting. And from that point on, we put so much time into it because it was so much fun. And that's one of my regrets is not having just gone ahead and done it a lot earlier. So for those of you thinking of doing competitive, whether on game battles or scrimmages, if you're part of a team or not, go ahead and take the initiative to push yourself to create what you need to get involved. My team evolved from high school friends to online friends, and that's just because my high school friends and I separately played on different occasions with people online that we just had a lot of fun with. We ended up adding them up, all playing together and getting along to the point where we just added them to the roster and we had a lot of fun. Rosters don't have to be permanent, it's just that over time, if you're spending time with the same people, it tends to get hard to implement a new player into your team just because he doesn't fit in as well as everybody else because everybody is a little more caught up in each other, seeing as how they have so much in common already and so much past experience. My high school friends dropped the game, so I'm just with my online friends now, which is fine by me because they are really solid players. We have been known to lose to some teams we probably shouldn't have, and we've also beaten teams that people thought we probably never would have, and that just says to me, like I was saying before, is that we have potential. Every team has potential. It's just it matters how much time you put into it and the way you look at things. So I think our success really came from our compatible mindsets. Everybody being really calm. Everybody looking to improve as best as they can. And I think that is what keeps us together. So I'm going to stop talking about my team now, and I'm just going to go over some things that I think are important if you're trying to find your own team. And a good leader is pretty important. I'm the leader of my team, and it's important that I actually go ahead and schedule these matches. And you want somebody who's not very controlling. It should almost be more like a democracy, not a dictatorship. So if there's a team leader who's just kind of deciding everything and not letting everyone have a say, that is not a team you want to be a part of. Everybody should have an equal say, and they should have an equal chance at contributing. So that's a really big thing. Another thing is that people look for raw talent instead of the ability to improve, and I think that is just plain wrong. I was part of a game battles team one time called the Online Warriors, where it was a team comprised of a bunch of really good game battles teams from separate teams, including myself, and we all thought, oh, we're gonna destroy because we're all really, really good players, and that's not how it worked. We actually did not do as well as my own team did, just because you can imagine we weren't compatible players. Everybody was kind of looking out for themselves, uh, and things did not go well. No one was playing as part of a team, rather aggressive and angry group of people. So instead of looking for raw talent, you may want to look at the ability to improve on top of somebody who has a really good mindset, somebody who likes being a part of a team, somebody who's really easygoing. And if you just put time into them, I'm almost certain that they will improve. I've seen it before. These people should know how to take a loss. If your team cannot take a loss and they freak out every time there's a loss and they just kind of ignore you for a little bit until they have time to cool down, that's probably not a team you want to be part of either, because the best time to talk about a loss is right after a loss, so you can figure out what the hell went wrong. So that is really important, at least to me, in looking for teammates. Another thing is that tryouts are not always the way, and I'm going to try to make an analogy here. Your friends, your actual friends, did they ever go through a tryout phase? No. You probably just hit it off really nicely. You put in time, and you grew to like them a lot more, and that's how I think it should be, or at least that's my method that I like to go about finding a team, where you don't put somebody on the spot by saying, listen, here's your tryout. I'm going to keep my eye on you, and I'm going to evaluate you. With all my teammates, it was more like, I just played with them. I enjoyed playing with them, and then I asked them, "Do you want to play game battles with me?" And they said yes, and we all got along really well. When you tell somebody that they're part of a tryout, they're on the spot, and they're probably not gonna function as part of a team. They're gonna function as somebody who wants to show up everybody else, and that is not something you want to force them to do, because it does not really show what they are capable of. So I've never really been a fan of tryouts myself. Building a relationship with the people you want to be a part of a team with is a huge thing. You shouldn't be picking people just based on their skill level, but also you want to build a relationship with them, get to know them. My team, for instance, relating back to them, we all play different games together. We talk together all the time. It's not like we just acknowledge each other only when Gears of War is in the Xbox. We love to game with each other. It's like a gaming family in a sense. That sounds really nerdy, but I think you know what I mean. And making sure everybody is dedicated and willing to take feedback and consistently putting in the time and effort to improve their game is also a factor that you want to consider, because if people don't really show dedication to any of the things I mentioned, they're probably not going to be a permanent member of your team. And over time, when you stick with teammates, you build chemistry, and chemistry is really important on when it comes to how you play together. So finding these people is the really tough part, and all I can say about this is they may in fact be right in front of your eyes, and you just don't even know it yet. Um, so you really want to keep an eye out for some of your closer friends that you enjoy playing with, but you don't really think about too much. Keep an eye out for people online that you got along with. Maybe send them a friend request and see how you guys hit it off. If you really want, you could always sign up for a free agent on game battles, where that'll help you find people that are also looking for people. So that's a method. And I think once you get into the competitive scene, you'll find that you'll meet some more people, and you'll find it easier to figure out where you want to be in the whole competitive scene. So that is what I have to say about building a team. If you like this commentary and you want to hear more about some competitive talks, let me know. If it wasn't really for you, let me know. So with the little bit of time I have left, I am just going to say this. I did a dual com with my man Presto. I'm sure some of you probably know him. You came from his channel. He's a super cool guy. He wanted to do a dual com with me. He's an example of a player that I hit it off with in the online tournament I participated with, Chaos Eskimo. and him and I had a lot of fun together. It was really easy going, and he just decided he wanted to do. Well, we decided we wanted to do a dual com together, and I'm gonna link it. And it was super fun to make. You guys should definitely check him out. He's gonna be posting a lot more Gears content, and he's a great player. He has the voice of an angel. I've said this before, and that is all I have to say. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.